All right. Welcome everyone to the crypto competition results. This is super exciting. My name is Lisa Francoeur. I'm the co-founder and chief revenue officer of Crypto Tutors, where we are an award-winning Web3 education company. And we join forces with Cointelegraph Markets Pro, which is an all-in-one institutional grade crypto market intelligence platform offering traders of all backgrounds real-time alerts for potential price movements before they occur. This is like what the hedge funds are using. This strategic partnership with Cointelegraph has also granted Crypto Tutors, which we're going to dive into, a $2,000 trading budget. That trading budget was distributed across 4 Crypto Tutor traders, and we leveraged the Markets Pro indicators with the intent of that data helping us drive our trading strategy, our profitable trading strategy, which we will unpack as well. So the question is, did the Markets Pro platform truly level the playing field with hedge funds, giving retail investors like ourselves that competitive advantage? And the answer is, and we will dive deeper into the reporting as the conversation continues, a resounding yes. Over the past month, we executed a handful of trades, and I'm just super excited to announce, as a result of leveraging these insights, we were able to generate 225% profit in an extremely volatile market, as you all may know, where labor reports, interest rate increases, regulation or lack thereof, all of that was driving a lot of uncertainty in the market. So before we get into it, let's be sure to address this legal disclaimer. Information provided by Crypto Tutors is for educational purposes exclusively. This competition was documented over the course of a 1-month time frame. And as I mentioned, we received a $2,000 budget by the Markets Pro team. Thank you for that. We made you proud. This is not financial advice, and crypto trading is extremely high risk. So you never want to invest anything you don't have time to study and you cannot afford to lose. Always, always, always. We cannot stress this enough. Do your own research, right? Never rely on anyone or any data without doing your due diligence. That's something that we want to make sure that we cultivate in all of our Crypto Tutor students. The news, social media, can be very misinforming. So there can be a lot of, FOMO and, fear, uncertainty, doubt, etc. So you just want to make sure that you're taking responsibility for how you're maneuvering this extremely high risk and volatile landscape. And I can't stress enough, never invest what you cannot afford to lose. All right, cool. Keep it moving. So as you can see here, I am Lisa Francoeur. I'm accompanied by my 2 co-founders, Moeti Ncube and Nina Blankeship. Moeti is our head of education, and Nina is our CEO, my best friend. We go way back, nearly 10 years, met at LinkedIn, 2015. I've been rocking ever since. And Justin Blount, one of our crypto tutors, specializing in technical analysis. He's going to be talking about airdrops as well. But this is the team. And we worked in tandem, leveraging the insights we derived from our unique trading styles. We're all different people. We have different methodologies. We have different thought processes in relation to how we, manage our trading strategies. But collectively, we were able to work together to drive the success that we're going to unpack. So there's a lot of misconceptions that we hope this experiment debunks, right? Crypto trading, for instance, a lot of people might think that, oh, I need tons of money to trade. When in reality, you could literally take the equivalent of two, drinks if you live in like, a New York or a San Fran or Miami, where I'm based. $50 can literally get you into the game. And you don't need, Bitcoin is what the whole Bitcoin is like $29,000. You don't need that. So part of what we're trying to instill is the, demystifying how to get involved in, this new asset class, how to trade these asset classes. The barrier to entry, suffice it to say, is super low. You don't have to be a professional trader. You don't have to have tons of experience. But I did want to take a moment, now that we've introduced our crypto tutors and who participated on our end in this competition. I got to shout out the Markets Pro team. Russell DeCourt is the director of Cointelegraph Markets Pro, and Max Cuvenhoven is the community manager for Cointelegraph Markets Pro. Happy to have you guys. Thank you for your guidance and helping us get calibrated. And we're going to hear from you guys throughout the conversation. But just wanted to introduce you to everybody, make sure everybody knows who kind of leading the charge on the Coin Markets Pro team. So let me hop into our next slide. All right. So Crypto Tutors, again, was allotted a budget of $2,000 from Markets Pro. We thank you for that. And we touched upon the 225% return that we generated, which amounted to $2,500 in profit in 1 month. But the question remains, I'm sure a lot of you folks out there are like, okay, yeah, that sounds great, but how? How did you do it? Well, we're going to break that down. That's why you're here with us today. Obviously, we got you. We created a contest, and we also asked participants what strategy would result in the highest return. The options were insights from a private Discord channel, newsquakes that also highlights partnerships, listings, Twitter, and the Vortex. And we're going to explain what each of those insights are. But for right now, I want to take a moment to invite Max, the community manager, to join us to tell us a little bit about Discord. First of all, Max, how are you doing? How are things going?
Yeah, doing fantastic. Really happy to be here and happy to hear all the results that you guys had with this fantastic experiment, right? The Discord is a really fantastic place. Basically, if you're either experienced trader or just trying to learn anything about the crypto market in general, it's a place where we have a series of really, really intelligent traders who are going and posting about what they're doing that day, how they're trading, how they're feeling about the market, but also answering questions of our users, right? Who are just jumping in there trying to learn exactly how to use the platform or how to interact with these markets in general to begin with, right? So it's a really fantastic place just to really get your fingers on the pulse of the crypto market and how exactly to trade within it.
Awesome. And thank you for that context. We will talk more about it. I'm going to transition, Max. I'm going to invite Nina to join us on the virtual stage because Nina, we would love to. Well, welcome. How are you feeling today? What's up,
I'm
bestie?
pumped. I'm excited to share all of our gains and the strategies that we used. Markets Pro is a phenomenal tool that aggregates all these insights, and we're here to help you to understand, what did we look out for? What were the cues? What were those alerts, those bells that went off to make us think, wow, we really should take advantage of this right now?
So, Nina, with that being said, how did you decide to buy XRP? I mean, this was your strategy, and if I'm not mistaken, there was almost a 15% gain. So, unpack that for us.
Absolutely. Many people already know that XRP has had an ongoing lawsuit with the SEC, right? And we don't know what the outcome of this lawsuit is going to be. There are many diehard XRP holders that are hodlers for life and that are waiting to see the outcome of this lawsuit. So right here in the middle part of the screen, you will see a screenshot from the Discord. And it shows this guy, Carlos, posting an article from the Crypto Basics, which is a blog website that shows that the chief legal officer from Ripple is talking about what's going on with the lawsuit. And he says, as we have said throughout, we have always felt confident about our case, and with each ruling, even more so. That's a big statement for somebody as a chief legal officer to say. That really grabbed my attention. Another thing that grabbed my attention is that right after that, on this March 17th, there was a newsquake alert that showed that Ripple decides to partner and invest in a Singaporean fund to accelerate Web3 adoption. I used to live in Singapore for 4 years, and I know that they would not partner with anybody that they didn't feel strongly about. They do a lot of due diligence. So that was another great indicator for me as well. And if you want to move on to the next slide, I'll show you that Ahmed, who does a lot of technical analysis, I love reading charts, and I know Justin on our team does as well. We all have our different technical analysis use cases. But what I noticed here is he was saying, okay, there's another resistance coming up. And that was on the 21st. So you see where that green arrow is at. That's when he was talking about.
Yep.
And I did not pull the plug until later on, until the 26th. But on the 21st, it was actually like 8 a.m. in the morning. So between 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 9 a.m. in the morning, I had noticed that the price was already increasing by like 10% in one day again. And I'm like, oh my gosh, here I go. So it's either, this is going to be an outcome where it's either going to be phenomenal, or it potentially could not be that great at all. You could potentially lose everything, very high risk. And I just decided, look, I'm going to go for it. So if you go to the next, let me see, if you go to the next slide, you'll see that in this yellow section under March 26th, that's when I just decided, okay, 9:56, I'm going to just pull the plug and execute a trade. It was a small dollar amount. All of these trades were about $100 or $200, the majority of them. And then you can see again, after that, it pumped again, which is really rare for a crypto token to do so many pumps within such a short time period. And we exited about 14.8%, which, anything above 10% for a short-term trade, I feel like is pretty good. So we were really happy with that, and decided, okay, let's move on to the next trade. So I was so excited. And I remember like talking to my friends about how I was able to make decisions because I was aware of all the news that was coming together in one place, rather than having to research many different articles, which saved me a lot of time, especially as the CEO of a company. Yep.
And I think that's a really important point, Nina, that the insights that are aggregated are synthesized in a way where we're able to glean like key indicators. It takes a lot of time to like synthesize information. It takes a lot of time to kind of gather those insights. And that's part of why I think this was so helpful. So congratulations on a nearly 15% return. I have a really good feeling if I was going to bet my money on somebody, of course I'd bet my money on you.
A little bit biased because we're best friends, right? But I have a really good next story to showcase, and this is from Justin. He's another one of our crypto traders. So if you're interested in learning about airdrops, Lisa, you've been really successful personally with NFT airdrops. And Justin has been really great with airdrops, with tokens in general. So if you want to learn about that, just go to cryptotutors.com. But basically, before a new token is listed, there are usually airdrops that get people amped and excited about it. And Justin was able to gain over 1,125 tokens for free. And you can see from these screenshots in the middle section and to the right, all of the posts that were from the Discord, showing about all the chatter, everybody that was talking about these airdrops. hey, do you understand how to do the airdrops? How are you going to go ahead and do it? There's a lot of steps that you have to do. I do want to give a disclaimer that airdrops are another way for people to potentially scam you. And we have had one of our crypto tutors scam before. So please make sure, for example, when you're connecting your MetaMask wallet, that you always connect another 2FA or 3FA for security purposes before doing an airdrop. Super important. We never want anybody to be at risk, and always, store your crypto in a cold storage wallet, of course. But another thing that happened right after that airdrop is that he sent over 300 tokens to Coinbase at $1.40 that he ended up getting for free, and then also put them inside of a liquidity pool on Trader Joe to get an initial APR of over 800%. Now it's down to about 66%. And that changes every 24 hours. And then another key point that we knew about is that the Arbitrum technology, which is a layer 2 protocol, is really fantastic. And one key DeFi crypto exchange that a lot of people don't know about is called GMX. And it allows DeFi futures exchanges, like one of the few exchanges that allows DeFi futures. And you can actually use the ARB technology to buy GMX tokens in the GMX exchange. So that was another key thing that we knew about as well, as like an additional point of confirmation. You never want to use any one source to make a decision. But if you can do technical analysis, you can use Markets Pro, you can use your own research, aggregate all of these insights to help you make a more confident decision, then you'll have more of a calculated risk going into things.
Yep.
So that was fantastic. Almost 2,000% gain there.
And the thing is that this is like, this is it free, right? Like all you have to do is just know that this exists and follow the steps and get free. I don't say free money, but like free assets.
Yeah. So, and you saw from those like pings, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different times, people were talking about it in the Discord and the news quiz. Those are all of them that could fit in one slide. I think there was actually more than that. But it's just competitive over and over and over again. People are not stop talking about this or continuing to talk about it. It's important, so pay attention.
Great call out. And it sounds like Discord was like a very great tool given all of the chatter, all of the conversation. So tell us a little bit about ARB.
Yeah, so Arbitron, again, Justin took advantage of it during the airdrop. I decided to take advantage of it as well once the token was released, so you could buy it on all of the different exchanges. And, I knew from the Discord that it was really important because it provides scalability to Ethereum. And also it was noticing it was being listed on every single exchange possible. So I knew that there was a use case, and all of the major exchanges were picking it up, and everybody in the Discord was talking about it. So a few days after it launched, I think it launched on the 23rd, that I noticed on the 26th, okay, here's a good, nice, like potential inexpensive price. And this is a very high risk thing because typically when tokens come out, if they don't have a strong use case, the token like crashes and doesn't have a good value. But I felt confident that there was actual real use case behind ARB. So I decided to purchase it and then put in a limit order to sell at 175. So that's how we ended up gaining the 33.58% profit.
Very, very, very impressive. Oh. Yep. All right, Nina. Well, thank you for sharing that perspective and giving us more insights, because ultimately we want to make sure that people are as knowledgeable as they can. Nina underscored, what it means to think from a perspective of calculated risk. There are a variety of different resources and data inputs that she used leading with Discord, which is where a lot of the conversation was happening, and a lot of like reputable folks, including Max, who you heard from earlier, are sharing their perspectives. saying that to say, let's see. Saying that to say, the reason why Crypto Tutors exists is because we are dedicated to responsibly onboarding everyone to the world of Web3. And we have live tutors or do live tutoring for a reason. We understand the complexities. We understand how much information there is. And so what we've done is created a network of subject matter experts who can tutor you at cryptotutors.com. We got tutors on standby. So what are you waiting for? You want to know about blockchain, if you want to know about lending and borrowing, technical analysis, and so forth, definitely go to cryptotutors.com. And we are purely an educational company. So I just want to underscore, we're not giving you investment advice. We're just giving you methodologies and strategies for success if you choose. All right, excellent. So now we're going to bring Max back up to the digital stage. Welcome back, Max.
Sweet. Great to be back.
Great to have you back, and want to learn from you around newsquakes. This is another data point that folks can leverage to execute trades. And so we'd love to hear from you about what are newsquakes?
Yeah. So newsquakes are really, really incredible, right? Basically, what we have is a system of bots that are scraping the internet 24/7 using language processing tools to look for things like partnerships and listings that are being announced online, right? And due to our research, we've seen that partnerships and listings are the things that affect the market not only the most substantially, right, causing the largest increases, also the most consistently, right? So we decided to build these tools to track when these announcements go online, right? And create an alerting system that will shoot a notification directly to your phone or the dashboard the minute that announcement is made. So you're able to take advantage of that announcement before anybody else knows about it. And that's really the only way to take advantage of these incredible increases that happen from listings and partnerships, because it's before they get on Twitter and everybody else starts getting really feverish about it, right? And starts putting in all those buy orders that those prices skyrocket, right? So the minute you're able to learn about that before anybody else, you have the opportunity to get incredible returns off of very simple, consistent information that is posted online. And yeah, that's kind of the essence of newsquakes.
Thank you for that background, because I think that what you said also underscores how powerful immediacy is. The faster that you get information, and the faster that you can use that information and apply it, the higher the probability of success. So we're going to bring Nina back, Max, and we'll hear from you later on. Nina, tell us a bit about how Crypto Tutors was able to use newsquakes.
Awesome. So I think newsquakes in general are amazing to learn about when different tokens are going to have different listings of new tokens onto their exchange. So for example, if it's going to be on any of the major exchanges, usually you see an uptick in that token, at least for a short period of time. But here you can see that IMX has a newsquake for a partnership. And that's actually with Polygon. Everybody knows Polygon. So it was a huge confidence boost for me. And I decided to buy this at a little bit over $1. And then I put, I think at the time it was more than that, but I put in a limit order for a little bit under. And then I sold for $1.21 as well. The day that I put in the sell order, it didn't get filled that day, but it sold. It got filled a few days later. So that was great. And I ended up gaining a 16% profit on that trade. And you can see the chart in terms of some analysis there, kind of got lucky with that one, I would say, to do such a short-term trade. But I felt really confident in terms of collaboration with Polygon that this was going to be a good, successful trade.
Yeah, and I think that that's an important call out as well. Just receiving the news, but understanding what are the implications of a partnership of that magnitude. So thank you for also acknowledging that, yeah, there may have been some luck involved, but having the knowledge around the, how extensive and reputable Polygon is in the industry also help guide your decision making. So thank you, Nina. We'll hear from you again later on. I'm going to bring Max back. And Max, again, in the vein of just the different insights that the platform utilizes, let's talk about Vortex. What is Vortex and how does it help?
Yeah. So Vortex is a really cool algorithm that's essentially doing what you would kind of classically do, given the information that we provide on the Markets Pro dashboard. It's looking at price movement, trading volume, Twitter volume, etc., all these different factors, and looking for patterns in the past when those conditions aligned and the price of the token ended up moving substantially upwards, right? Then it compares those patterns with current conditions and sees, hey, is this really similar to those patterns in the past? So a high Vortex score is essentially just saying current conditions are very similar to these patterns that we're seeing with this token, where under very similar conditions, it pumped within 12 to 72 hours, right? So it's just providing a confluence of information, right, for you to understand when similar conditions have happened in the past that have been really, really bullish for these tokens. So it's an incredibly powerful tool, and doing calculations, right, and analysis that the human eye could never even hope to do, right? Or if you try to do it by hand, it would probably take you weeks and weeks to even get one score out, right?
Thank you for that. That's really interesting. And so, Max, we're going to bring Nina back to speak to, again, how did we leverage the Vortex score to execute trades?
Amazing. You know, the Vortex is one that I was a little bit hesitant about, to be honest, but I had missed so many other trades. You know, it's impossible to take all of these alerts and to execute trades, and I don't recommend that either. I think that everybody should have an additional layer of filtering on top of to do their own due diligence. But one of the things that caught my eye here is, you know, you see first that NEO had a Vortex score of 75. And then within the same day, it rose up again to 80. And so I thought, okay, that's really interesting. Let me go ahead and take a look at that. And I did some technical analysis. So you can see here on the chart where we bought on the 11th of April and we sold on the 14th. It was a short, you know, it wasn't as big as the other trades in terms of a percentage, but as you can see, right after I sold it ended up pumping longer. So it ended up going up. So I probably could have gained, you know, at least 10 to 12% on that one. But I sold it just knowing that the rest of the portfolio was really good, and I was happy with that. So, but we have seen other trades using the Vortex score that have done really well. So it's just one to keep an eye out.
And honestly, I think that exiting a trade with a positive return is always positive. So although it wasn't as high, kudos. All right. Now we're going to talk about Twitter, social sentiment. Max, I'm going to bring you back to the virtual stage. We got this, like, you know, you and Nina, like, dynamic duo back and forth thing happening.
Yeah.
But, you know, when we announced our partnership about a month ago, where we're going to be doing this crypto competition. And, you know, at that point, Twitter, interestingly enough, because we were doing simulated trades, Twitter was the most successful data point for us in relation to generating the highest return for our trades. So before we talk about how Crypto Tutors the results for the actual trades, and we'll bring back Nina, Max, tell us about how Twitter can inform your trading strategy. Like, how is the platform ingesting that information to help guide trading?
Yeah, of course. So the best thing to remember about Twitter, right, especially in relation to the crypto market, is that these financial assets don't have fundamentals a lot like normal traditional stocks, etc., right? So they're driven by hype, speculation, and sentiment, right? And as Twitter is the place for all this hype, speculation in the crypto industry, right? It's probably the most premier social platform in the industry. This is where a lot of those conversations are blooming and starting, right? About getting hyped about a certain asset, speculating the price, etc., right? So having access to the most accurate and the most diverse quantity of tweets, right? And being able to utilize that against certain assets and be able to tell which tweets are about individual assets is probably the most important feature of trading based off hyper speculation. So one of the things that we did at Markets Pro is partner with the data science company, The Tie, which has exclusive access to Twitter's full Firehose API. And this means that they're not getting a 10% representative amount of tweets like every other company in the crypto data industry, but they're getting actually a full feed of every single tweet that goes through Twitter. And as I was talking about before, how the accuracy of this information is so important, this means that their systems are not only built off of the most accurate information, but they're going to have the most amount of information available for those traders, right? So we utilize this in Twitter in actually two ways. We're able to show you the volume game, which just means the amount of tweets going on for a particular asset. But really importantly as well, we use those same language processing tools that allows us to make something like a Newsquakes feed, right? And we actually analyze the sentiment of the individual tweets as they come in live. So we're able to give you a percentage, right, of exactly how many of those tweets coming in for an asset are positive, negative, and neutral. And I'm sure, as you can already kind of guess, right, the ones that tend to drive, like the price of a token, right, are the really positive tweets, right? So you want to be able to track when something is really hyped, or as a red flag when people are, like really upset about something happening on the platform, right? So this is really how you can use Twitter, especially on our platform, to go ahead and get an edge on the entire crypto market. Nobody else, even in the crypto data industry, has access to information this accurate and robust.
Awesome. And that also brings us back to the initial point around leveling the playing field with hedge funds, right? Like those data sets are what drive their decisions, and the immediacy upon which they're accessing it also gives them an edge. And so to level the playing field from a retail investor standpoint, I mean, it's super powerful. But Max, we're going to jump over to Nina so that she can speak to how Crypto Tutors, what the results were in applying that social sentiment. So Nina, tell us a little bit about how we were able to leverage Twitter. And look, we got Moeti too.
Yeah, I wanted to bring him on because, I know that he loves the Twitter indicator. And when we use the simulation trading strategy, Twitter was the number one. And I just, Moeti probably has the most experience when it comes to trading out of all of us. And so, Moeti, do you want to just, before I get into this trade that I did, do you want to just go into like why you like the Twitter indicator?
Wait. Moeti, before you do that, just tell people a little bit about your background. How long have you been trading? Like, just to give context.
Absolutely. So I've been a professional trader for well over 10 years. I actually trade electricity markets. So I've been day trading for a very long time. And every market is different, but there are some important things that I look for when it comes to actually building trading systems. In particular, I like looking for very unique indicators. So for instance, take like a moving average crossover. That's a very common indicator that many people are aware of. And I'm sure some people make money from that, but I like looking for things that are very unique. So when I heard about this Twitter sentiment, I'm like, okay, wow, I've never heard of this before. So I like looking at stuff like, this is new. This is something that I use Twitter. I actually thought about the idea of people trading for Twitter, but I never actually heard of anybody actually creating real indicators from the sentiment from Twitter. So I was already intrigued. And I started looking at, and the interesting thing about indicators is that just because there's an indicator, you still have to do your own work on how are you going to use the indicator for yourself? How are you going to process the information? So they give you basically a sentiment. They tell you like how many tweets are.
Excuse me, Moeti. Nina, can you go back to the presentation so that we can showcase that while Moeti's speaking?
Okay. Yeah. So you're getting indicators as to like, what is the positive or negative tweet sentiment of a particular crypto. You're able to also get like, how many tweets are being occurring relative to its average. So you're able to get some type of idea like, okay, are there more tweets occurring than normal? Are there less tweets occurring than normal? How many are occurring? Are they positive tweets? Are they negative tweets? And And you can take this information and you can analyze them hundreds of different ways. And that's where the secret sauce comes in, because you can have two traders, and one trader creates their own secret sauce from these 3 or 4 indicators. Another trader creates their own secret sauce, right? And then I'm really big on back testing, because what you can do before you even start executing with your actual money, you can say, okay, let me just put in some theoretical ideas. So maybe, the Twitter sentiment is 200%. Let me see what would happen if I bought that today, and let's see what happens in a day or two. And you can actually test your theories out. And Twitter has been, one of the indicators that has worked out very well for us. And I think it's a really great indicator that, I think what Max said, there's not that many people. I don't know of anybody else who has something like this. So I think this is really something that we can maximize. Nina, do you want to go into some of the results that?
Absolutely. So, we didn't have as many Twitter alerts versus when we did the simulation. For whatever reason, when we did the simulation trading, we had so many Twitter alerts. So that's why, we always disclose, like, whatever may have worked in the past may not work in the future. It may not work the same way. So even though there is going to be a winner announced today, that is not going to be, maybe it won't be the winning strategy for the future. Just keep that in mind, right? But we saw that Mass Network had over 2,400 tweets versus average. That's crazy, because that normal is maybe like 20% or maybe 40% or 60% or 200%, but it's very rare that you see it being like 2,000. So that made us take a look at things of what's going on, and also the Twitter volume in general, like 11,000 tweets that were going on within a short time period, I think within 24 hours. So it was like, we need to look at what is happening there. And so, you need to investigate every single token and not just look at this dashboard. And we looked at as well as, hey, there was a lot of neutral sentiment. It wasn't very positive. It wasn't very negative. Usually we have a lot more filters, but because this one was so positive in terms of the number of tweets versus average, we decided to take a stab at it. And we purchased this token at $5.45. And we sold at $5.86 with a return of 7.5%. So it was really great that it was all positive. We have done simulation trades where Twitter ends up being the highest percentage, much higher than that. And we wanted to, based off of some indicators here on the chart here, you can see the bottom is sort of in the red. Those are different resistance levels. And on the very right-hand side, you can see that this indicator with the yellow bar sticking out, some indicators of potentially of like when is a good time to potentially sell. So we put in our limit and buy orders by using those just technical indicators. So you can check out and have a session with Justin at cryptotutors.com if you want to learn more about that. Go to the next slide, please, if you don't mind. This is just showing more of the breakdown of how our technical analysis went. But what we're really proud of overall, Lisa, if you don't mind going into showing the results for all of our trades.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Here we are. So to Nina's point, we spoke about the 225% return. As you can see here, the alert types when the trade was executed, the token name, and I mean, really what we want to hone in on is, the profitability, right? Like the percentage of return, as you can see here. I mean, this is unreal. We can see why some of these, and I mean, deductive reasoning would lead you to believe what source was the most successful. But we'll talk about that. I think the key takeaway here is that leveraging Markets Pro gave us that competitive advantage that we were seeking, and to generate over $2,500 from the $2,000 initial budget allocated just speaks volumes to the efficacy. But, I think that you've heard quite a bit from the Crypto Tutors team. I think that you can see Discord was the most successful, which we'll dive deeper into. But let's hear from the Markets Pro team. I mean, Russell, you're the director. What do you have to show us? I feel like I've said enough, and I'm going to pass the baton to you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And just thank you for being here to everybody that's on the live stream. And first and foremost, before I move into my part of the presentation here on the results show today, I want to thank, our partners in this first ever, crypto competition event. And as far as we know, it's the only event of its kind. And I do want to thank the Crypto Tutors because you've been absolutely, wonderful to work with throughout this entire process. And I personally want to thank each and every one of you, Nina, Lisa, Moeti, all of whom you've heard from today, and of course Justin, who can't be with us today. So for anybody in the audience, looking to gain tutoring to learn more about trading, technical analysis, airdrops, and more, make sure to visit cryptotutors.com. Again, that's cryptotutors.com. So before we get started, I want to make sure that, just like Lisa did earlier, that I give you a word from our sponsors, aka our legal team. And that is this. Cointelegraph is a publisher of financial information, not an investment advisor. We do not provide personalized or individualized investment advice. As a condition of using Markets Pro, you acknowledge and agree that no content published or otherwise provided as part of any service constitutes a personalized recommendation or advice regarding the suitability of or advisability of investing in, purchasing or selling any particular investment, security, portfolio, commodity, transaction, or investment strategy. Cryptocurrencies are volatile investments and carry significant risk. Always consult your financial advisor before making financial decisions. Cointelegraph Markets Pro is not a registered investment advisor with the SEC or registered as a broker-dealer with FINRA. So that being said, I want to show you, after everything you've seen, just how easy it is to unlock crypto market gains in 3 simple steps using Markets Pro. And as a kind of a 30,000 foot overview, the first thing you're going to do is set up alert notifications on your PC, laptop, or favorite mobile device. Okay, notifications about these alerts are delivered on platform via Discord alerts and direct to the Markets Pro mobile app. We have our own mobile app for both Android and Apple. This is the first thing we show you how to do when you become a member of Markets Pro, so you'll never miss a breaking alert, right? So the next thing you're going to do, step 2, is you're just going to buy the coin you receive an alert for on any exchange where it's listed. Of course, all exchange information is available in the Markets Pro dashboard. And if you don't have an exchange account, don't worry. We cover how to set one up quickly in our new member onboarding series. And then step 3 is to execute the trade using one of the 5 core strategies that we teach you. We cover how to do this with short video tutorials and special trading strategy reports available to all Markets Pro subscribers. Okay, so in summary, what you've heard today about the results, it all comes down to success in whether you're a hodler, as they say, and you invest in cryptocurrencies, or if you're more of a day trader. It all comes down to having access to real-time alerts about market moving events, right? Before most other crypto traders know that the information is impacting the market. And as far as we know, right, Markets Pro is the only crypto dashboard in the world, right, anywhere, that offers these kind of winning alerts to retail traders like yourself and me, right? And so in 2022 alone, our members had access to an average of 4 winning alerts every week, 17 winning alerts per month. And all told, at least the ones that we counted, there were 204 plus winning alerts for the year. Okay. And so these were, here's just some of them. These are all, triple digit winners, of course. Basically you have 208% on BSW that happened in just 4 hours, 167% on Wing in 72 hours, 174% on CONV in 30 hours, and 351% on Bonk in just, 96 hours, right? In just a matter of a few days. So by consistently taking these kind of quick double and triple digit winning alerts and using proven trading strategies that can potentially turn these alerts into gains, you could actually start building your portfolio and generating income in any crypto market environment, even if you've never taken a single trade in your life, right? As a matter of fact, it's very possible. And in just a moment, I'll show you exactly how. But first, I talked about 2022. So you're probably wondering, what about so far in 2023? Like, is it still working in 2023? Well, what I have up here is a sample of just 8 trades that came from a single Markets Pro indicator so far this year. And basically, it's the Newsquakes indicator, which you heard a little bit about here in the beginning of the presentation. And remember, you also get access to several more indicators when you're a member of Markets Pro. But in total, the Newsquake indicator has put out a whopping 126 double-digit gainers already in 2023. And that's just in the first 4 months of the year, okay? That's one indicator on the platform, and it's already put out 126 double-digit gainers, meaning 10% or more, right? So that's not one or two or even a handful of chances to beat the market if you invest in, like in more traditional securities like stocks or bonds. That's 126 chances you could have had to beat the market had you been a Markets Pro member. And that number that I shared a moment ago for 2022, where I said, hey, we had 4 winning alerts a week, 17 per month, and 204 for the year. The update for 2023 is, as the market has been, rebounding from, kind of the crypto winter, and we're seeing that bounce back in action, even though we've seen a little correction the last, day and a half, 2 days, we're still heading in the right direction. We're actually now averaging 7 winning trades per week, 28 per month. And right now, very exciting, we're on track to see over 360 winning trades in 2023, which means that's a winning trade for almost every day of the year. Now, where else in the world could you get anything even close to that, right? So this is absolutely huge because, let's face it, retail crypto investors and traders, like you and me, have gotten the short end of the stick, for far too long. And it's like, Gordon Gekko said in the movie Wall Street, if you're not inside, you're outside, right? And if you haven't had access to the same market moving news events in real time, like the major institutions and crypto hedge funds, like Lisa was saying, before most crypto traders know that the information is impacting the market, then unfortunately, we've all been on the outside, right? So before I take you inside in just a moment, let me ask you, a few questions. Is it now very clear that, and you can see it, that in order to consistently make massive returns in the crypto market, that you need an edge over other investors? Is that something that everybody understands? And are you able to see how this resource of Markets Pro makes investing in cryptocurrencies much, much easier? And finally, and this is something I feel very strongly about, as an everyday investor, are you as mad as I am, right? That institutions, hedge funds, and billionaire traders get access to resources like this so they can continue to make smarter investment decisions than us. And I feel very strongly about that. So with Markets Pro, you're going to get an even bigger advantage over regular traders, right? Because with access to the newly upgraded version of Markets, Pro, that's exactly what you'll have, right? And so I want to walk you through a little bit of what comes with a membership to this exclusive platform, right? And so first and foremost, you're going to get access to the Markets Pro dashboard. And that's a $7,500 a year value. And it comes with access to the following set of indicators that you heard about, right? The Newsquakes indicator. So you get real-time alerts every time there's a development that impacts individual coin prices. The Vortex score for every individual cryptocurrency. So you get real-time trading insights based on a snapshot comparison between current and past market conditions for individual coins, and social sentiment indicators, including the positive tweet sentiment and unusual Twitter volume you heard about from Moeti. So you're able to catch any dramatic shifts in price action on individual coins when the level of social media activity registers higher than normal. Okay. Next, you get real-time alerts delivered straight to your mobile phone, the Discord chat server, and your Markets Pro dashboard. This means that you're getting the exact same up-to-the-minute market-moving data that institutions, hedge funds, and billionaire investors rely on. So you're alerted in real time to price movements for every coin before 99% of people even know that they happen. So far, getting access to the Markets Pro dashboard, $7,500 a year value, and the real-time alerts, which are $2,000 a year value. Next up, you're going to get access to a quick start group coaching series. In this series, you'll learn exactly what Markets Pro is and isn't, what it does and doesn't do, and exactly how it works. You'll learn about the basics of system trading, the difference between a system and indicators, and you'll also learn some basic technical and fundamental analysis from other successful Market Pro users as they share their individual use cases, plus much more. Okay. Next, you've heard from Max here. So you're also going to get a one-on-one onboarding call with Max as part of this special event, this crypto competition event. So Max is our community manager here, Markets Pro. Max will take you by the hand and walk you through how to set up your Markets Pro dashboard so you can start investing and winning alerts immediately. There's no learning curve or time, to waste. He takes you by the hand, shows you exactly how to set it up. You start, tapping into these winning alerts immediately. There's even more because you also get round-the-clock access to expert crypto traders. And this is something you've heard a lot about today in the Markets Pro Discord community. And I actually had to put a value on this of priceless, especially after hearing, the testimony of the Crypto Tutors today and how valuable this is, and hearing from Max. So basically you're getting, round the clock access to expert crypto traders in the Markets Pro Discord community. These are expert traders who are using the platform every day, right? And they're happy to share their personal trading strategies or help you with whatever challenges you're facing. And it's not uncommon for these expert traders to show you the exact trades they're taking, as you saw from what Nina shared, right? As they take them. We also have, some people that had really nice things to say, other people that had nice things to say about the Discord, right? The handle is 513 crypto. And he had this to say, and he says, I wish I could give back 1/10 of what this community has given me, right? And this is a newer one right here that Max shared with me. And he had this to say. He says, "Hey, mate." And he said, "Is everything okay? Your end?" Okay, so it's down here. He says, "Hey, mate, just wanted to say thanks for creating such a great community within the server." He says, "Truly is my daily check-in, and gutted when I miss the chat for any reason. Can't afford to skip past messages," right? So real gold in there. I've been an admin for a crypto group previously, and it's not easy. So respect for everything you do. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day. And that was very nice of him, right? So you're also going to get, some pretty, hearty bonuses. Bonus number one that comes along with this is the Markets Pro long-term buy and hold model portfolio. It's updated on a regular basis, but that's a $4,999 a year value. And with the Markets Pro model portfolio, you get access to a regularly updated list of the top 12 coins according to historical data sourced from Markets Pro. And it includes the coin, ticker, the sector that the coin is in, market cap, and tech adoption grade. Okay. You also get access to our new crypto trading strategy of the month club, which is a $3,564 a year value. Every month, you'll receive a complete tutorial on a proven trading strategy. These consist of the 5 core trading strategies we teach all Markets Pro subscribers, including 5 quick and easy steps Markets Pro members use to get 120x returns trading the news in 2021 and 2022. Crypto quick hits, 8 simple steps to multiple weekly winners. You also get 3 quick and dirty technical indicators that confirm a winning vortex score trade. And we also teach you, a little bit about fundamental analysis in a issue called "Never Get Left Holding the Bag on a Crypto Investment or Trade Again: How to Evaluate Any Crypto Trading Project Using Fundamental Analysis." Also, you can start building your portfolio while generating consistent income in any market immediately, even if you've never taken a single trade in your life. Now, if you stopped right here with everything I've read so far, you'd be getting, more than $20,000 in value, right? Not to mention access to the only crypto trading platform in the world that alerts you to social media activity and big market moving events and news in real time. And remember, this is before 99% of crypto traders know this information is impacting the market. This is the same critical data that only about 100 of the world's top institutions, hedge funds, and investors have access to every day to help them time the crypto market, right? And one thing to know, and just so I can put this in perspective for you, right, is that these giant crypto trading institutions pay a fortune, right? We've been told by our data partner as much as $60,000 per year to access the kind of cutting edge information you have access to. Actually, those with permission to access Twitter's fire hose, which Max talked about earlier in the presentation, there's only you can put it on one hand, the amount of companies that have access to this in the world. They pay hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. Okay. That's 6 figures every month for the privilege of using it to get real-time tweets. And what does that mean for you? It means that you're going to be super excited by what I'm about to tell you and what I'm about to share with you, right? So Markets Pro gives you access to all this data, every shred of it, right? And considering what we've shown you here today, I'm sure you can agree that it would make perfect sense if we charge something like $10,000 per year to, for access to our platform, right? Because while most crypto investors, got slaughtered in 2022, it was a terrible year for many of them. Markets Pro members still got winning alerts. Remember, 4 every week, 17 every month, and over 204 in the entire year, right? So that's to also understand that there's already been hundreds of winning alerts so far in 2023 as well. And these were big gains in the middle of a bear market, right? Like you had 208% on BSW in just 4 hours, 167% on Wing in 72, 152% on Santos in 96 hours, and 351% on Blount in 96 hours, right? But the catch is, right, the only way to get these alerts is to be a member, right, of Markets Pro, or to have access to the data by paying an arm and a leg for it each year, like some of those institutions do, right? However, because you're here with us today for part 2 of the first ever crypto competition, you're not going to have to pay an arm and a leg to get the biggest advantage in the crypto market. Let me tell you what I have in mind for you, okay? When you become a Markets Pro member today, right, you'll get access to everything immediately. But you won't have to pay the total $20,000 in value that I told you about. I think it was $20,063. You won't pay $15,000, $10,000, or even $5,000 for yearly access, because if you act today, right now, you can lock in a 96% off discount, which means you get in for just $999 per year by going to marketsprovip.com. That's the special event URL we've set up for you, okay? So your investment in a membership is just $999 per year. That comes out to about $2.73 a day for full access to everything. And let's face it, you can't even get a good cup of coffee for that much these days, right? And if it makes it easier on you, we have an installment payment plan as well. You can make 3 payments of $398 or 6 payments of $199. You choose. And either way, you win because it's all backed by a 30-day, 100% risk-free guarantee that states if for any reason you're not happy with Markets Pro during the first 30 days of your membership, you'll be refunded 100%. No questions asked. Plus, we'll let you keep your copy of the Markets Pro long-term buy and hold model portfolio, which is a legitimate $4,999 value, for giving Markets Pro a try. The reason we do this is we're extremely confident in the platform's ability to deliver winning trades to you on a consistent basis. I should say winning alerts, right? Meaning there's little to no chance you'll ever want to be without this valuable service once you personally experience its true power, right? So something else that I want to bring to your attention really quick is if you go to our site right now, the amount that you would pay is considerably more, right? You can see at $149 a month, you would actually pay almost twice the special rate that we're giving you today for being here with us for part 2 of this special crypto competition. You'd pay $1,788, right? You'd pay $500 more for the yearly, right, than what we're doing it for. So I just wanted to bring that to you. Now, something to consider is what we like to call the power of one single winning trade alert, okay? So not only are you saving big on this 100% risk-free offer, you're going to get an average of like 7 new crypto alerts every week. Just consider what one single trade could do for you, okay? If you had caught the 351% gain on Bonk at the beginning of this year, you could have made $4,510 for every $1,000 you had invested. And that's just in 96 hours, right? I don't know of anything else that does that, except for maybe the lottery, right? And you could have made $45,100 for every $10,000 you had invested in the same 96 hours. Not only would this one trade have been enough to cover your Markets Pro membership for life, you would have enough left over to spend more time doing the things that you love most, right? Whether that's cooking, entertaining, taking vacations with family and friends, gardening, golfing, or charity work. Okay? The ball's in your court, right? So that's just one, right? And now with an average of 7 trading opportunities per week, 28 per month, and more than 360 in a year, it's safe to say that if you caught just one good trade a month, that's all you got to do. One good trade a month, you could make back 10 times or more your membership investment. So before we move on, we're kind of at the proverbial crossroad, right? And I actually took this image, something personal. I took this image from one of my favorite movies of all time. Many of you maybe have seen it. It's called Crossroads. It was with Ralph Macchio and Joe Seneca. Happened in, I think the movie was around 1986. And it's basically about, a blues harmonica player named Willie Brown, who knew Robert Johnson. So if anybody knows the folklore story, Robert Johnson went down to the crossroads in Mississippi to make a deal with the devil. And that's how he became an incredible blues guitarist. Right. And so it's kind of that whole, mythology story. Right. And so great movie. I enjoyed it. And so I took the image from that. And so now we're at the crossroads, right? And you have a decision to make, right? So you're either going to probably shrug your shoulders and keep doing what you're doing, right? Which if you've been actively investing in or trading crypto, it's probably led to unnecessary losses in your account. How do I know that? Because I've invested for quite a while now. 6 years, something to that effect in crypto, maybe a little longer. And in that time, I've done my fair share of guessing and sometimes hitting the bullseye and sometimes not hitting the bullseye until there was Markets Pro, of course, right? So it's probably led to unnecessary losses in your account. You could also try to luck out, like I was saying, but luck is no kind of consistent trading strategy. Or you could do what other smart investors and traders have done and join us on the inside, right? A new set of alerts is about to go out soon, and these could be some of the best alerts Markets Pro ever issues, but you won't know unless you're on the inside. So again, go to marketsprovip.com. Again, that's marketsprovip.com. And in just a minute, I'm going to open up the floor, for some questions that people have. But before I do, I want to share, what some of our Markets Pro subscribers have to say here. So this person said, when are you guys going to win some kind of industry award? I'm not sure what I'd do without my newsquakes, especially since I started using the mobile app. I can say for sure that between the newsquakes, Vortex score, charts, and the alpha that gets dropped in Discord, I have way more trading opportunities. Not only that, combined with some technical analysis, I can make entries with a high level of confidence. Markets Pro paid for itself a long time ago. That's why it's the first app I open and the last one I close every day. Year 2 is also paid for. Okay. Now we have an update here. This person said, having been with Markets Pro from nearly the beginning, it's fun to look back at some of the incredible trades that I personally benefited from because of the Markets Pro platform. The most recent one was Marinade, right? This listing announcement came out with just a little bit of research. I posted in the Discord that this could be a good one. It did not disappoint, a 366% gain. And that's not even my personal best. I'll never forget the craziness of the ACH listing on Coinbase. One of the special aspects of your Markets Pro membership is the Discord community. We were all flying high that day. The Discord was buzzing with excitement as the Alchemy Pay token mooned. Overall, a nearly 14x move. And that is Stephen Mesa, who is one of our Markets Pro subscribers. There's Ahmed, who you heard about. He says, this is the best financial adventure I've taken simply by paying attention to some metrics on Cointelegraph Markets Pro. In the daily chart, I make huge gains. I get real-time news before most people. The private chat room is awesome. We share experiences and opportunities. I take solid trades based on many metrics like the Vortex score, unusual Twitter volume, unusual trading volume, listings, and partnership news. Some of his gains, the Marinade listing, he made 60%, Lido partnership, 15%, and Avalanche partnership, 20%. And that's Ahmed Lancer, who's a Markets Pro subscriber. Tony said, I exited LSK for 21%. Cointelegraph Markets Pro has made me $11,000 so far. There's Christian C, who said, I joined Cointelegraph Markets Pro only recently. In a 2-week span, I managed to understand the comings and goings of this awesome tool named Vortex and the scanner tab. Using what the community has managed to teach me, I gained around $780 in only 13 days with Kava, OP, FET, AGIX, RPL, and a few others, Bonk included, smiley face. Vortex is a great tool to learn and master. It will serve you well. And then we had Pip Artist, who said, in a span of 1.5 months, I have already 2x'd my portfolio. The scanner is the first thing I check with respect to volume and sentiment before entering a trade, and it has never failed me once. Without the information I get through the scanner, I would never initiate a trade. Cointelegraph Markets Pro is a must-have tool for me to be confident in my trades, and confidence is very important when it comes to trading. Carlos said, subscribing to Cointelegraph Markets Pro has been the best move I made in 2022. The wealth of information available to me through the platform has been invaluable and simplified trading research and analysis. It is almost a one-stop shop for everything I could need when analyzing a potential trade. Additionally, access to the Discord channel has been incredibly beneficial to identify and discuss trades from other users which I otherwise may not have seen or considered. The training videos on technical analysis have helped me become a more savvy trader and helped me on the way to big gains even through the most recent bear market. Cointelegraph Markets Pro is one of the best trading tools around, and I highly recommend it to anyone who is willing to put in the work to become a better trader. We had Fish and Funds, who said, great weekend for me. Cash in on all OMG and Ren, then went for AXS and still in OGN. OGN and AXS were both nailed by Vortex scores. Time to go fishing. And then Cheyenne said, this is something that always has more than meets the eye. The first thing I do after waking up is see which scores are high so I can invest and earn. I've had a great return using Cointelegraph Markets Pro and really high gains. I believe this has huge potential to be one of the greatest tools ever made for crypto. Okay. And so before I go on, I'm just going to take, a little drink of water here. Thank you. And so this next one is very special to me. And it says we have 2.25x the $2,000 initial investment and have a profit of $2,561 from Markets Pro in about 1 month. This is every trader's dream come true. And that comes from Nina Blankeship, the CEO of Crypto Tutors, who is also now a Markets Pro user. And thank you, Nina, for the very kind words. And so, while we're on the topic, and move over here, you don't want to miss out on this. Here's everything you get. You get the Markets Pro dashboard, real-time alerts, quick start group coaching series, one-on-one onboarding call with Max, the Discord community access, the Markets Pro long-term buy and hold model portfolio, and of course, the new crypto trading strategy of the month club. That is a $20,063 total value, right? And you can get all of this. You can lock in an outrageously generous 96% off discount today. Remember, new set of alerts is going out soon. These could be some of the best alerts Markets Pro has ever found, but you won't know unless you're on the inside. So head over to marketsprovip.com. Again, that's marketsprovip.com. Now, before we go to your questions here in a minute, I want to share just one more thing, and that is some very recent, and I'm talking like just in the last week, double and triple digit alerts that the Markets Pro platform has sent out along with the indicator that spotted them. So first up, we have Rocket Protocol, right? RPL. It was one of many high vortex assets last week. On April 13th, a strong score of 80 was flashing when the asset was trading at $42.18. The price soon began a sharp ascent, peaking at $60.97% on April 17th. That's an increase of 44.54%. A green score of 75 also briefly flashed on April 15th when RPL was trading at $52.53. Traders who bought this price point could have seen a 16% gain in just 2 days. RPL is the utility and governance token of Rocket Pool, a liquid staking protocol on Ethereum. The project is the first Ethereum staking pool that is fully decentralized. Now, this one blew me away when I realized it, because this is actually, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is one of our largest successful trades ever. OG saw an unforgettable price movement this week. On April 7th, it was trading at $2.90 when its Vortex score rose above 75. And you can see that in the green right there. The next day, the price skyrocketed to $13.90. That's a remarkable jump of almost 380%. Okay. And that happened in a day, right? Like less than a day. Then on April 13th, a score of 80 lit up when it was trading at $7.98. So it had, retraced a little bit, corrected a little bit. And then the next day it flew to $11.16, which was a rapid, almost 40% rise again. So you could have hit both of those, right? So OG Fan Token is a cryptocurrency created for esports clubs to interact easier with their fans. Okay. So that's OG. We have just a few more here. We have Lido saw an 18% rise after a newsquake about a listing, and you can see that down here, the little number 1 circled. Those are Newsquake's listing. Newsquake's, informed Markets Pro subscribers that Bitfinex would list the token. 3 days later, the price rose 18% to its weekly peak of $2.62. Lido allows users to earn staking rewards without locking assets or maintaining staking infrastructure. LDO is the project's governance token and is also used to reward various DAO users and activities. We have OP, which was a tweet volume gainer. That's the one that Moeti is very interested in. And OP's price went on a steady climb this week after an appearance on the tweet volume gainers chart. On April 10th, the asset's price was $2.26 when it was third place on the chart. You can see it right here. Soon after, the price began to climb to its weekly peak of $2.76. That's an increase of 22.1%. OP also saw a string of strong vortex scores on its way to its price peak, right? On April 12th, a green score, you can see, let's see, is that the 12th? Right there, 76 flash when it was trading at $2.20. Traders who bought at this price could have seen a 25.45% price increase, okay? And then we have this one. We have Aragon, and this was all in 1 week, right? ANT appeared on the top 5 exchange outflows chart and saw a price pump the next day. On April 13th, it appeared on the chart when it was trading at $3.37, and just 14 hours later, its price peaked at $3.89. That's an overnight increase of 15.43%. And here's a bonus. How about a bonus one? So this is a very special one. And what's special about it is I grabbed this screenshot just on Tuesday of this week, as in 2 days ago, right? And as you can see, in just 34 minutes, the value of the asset had already risen 40%. So this is proof that these alerts are literally coming out on a consistent basis, right? So there you have it, right? Recent double and triple digit alerts that the Markets Pro platform has sent out. This stuff is real, along with the indicator that spotted them. And you can get access to these kind of trades each and every week by going to marketsprovip.com right now, right? Again, that's marketsprovip.com. So let's move on to some questions, and then we will go ahead and wrap this up. So I'm going to start off by answering some of the most common questions we get. Then I'll move on to any remaining questions that weren't answered in the chat. So the first thing people want to know is, how long does it take to use? Like, is it going to take me all day or something? Well, the truth is, once you get the hang of it, you can use it in just a few minutes each day, right? Like less than 5 or 10 minutes, I would say. The question is, do I need to be an advanced trader to successfully use Markets Pro? No, you don't need any advanced trading knowledge. Is there a learning curve? I would say no. Unlike so many other advanced trading softwares, pretty much anybody can do this from the beginning. The only thing that we sometimes hear can be daunting if you've never done it before are setting up exchange accounts. And while that may sound, rudimentary or fundamental, there are more advanced platforms, exchange platforms, where there's filling orders and there's things like KuCoin and Gate.io. But as a Markets Pro member, you never have to worry about it because it's all covered in an in-depth manner between your onboarding call and the educational email welcome series you receive as a member, tutorial videos inside our various published reports, and support from established members of the Discord community. Somebody asked, do I need to understand blockchain technology and how it works? No, you don't need to understand a thing about the technicals. This is like Lisa said earlier, the platform is very good at synthesizing information for you. What countries does this work in? This will work for you from any country in the world. Which exchanges is it designed for? Markets Pro provides you with a list of exchanges that each individual coin is listed on. However, you can use any exchange you wish, including Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, KuCoin, Gate.io, CoinSpot, and Bittrex, just to name a few, really any of the major exchanges. How long will I have access to the platform? With this special deal, an entire year. Is there a guarantee? Yes. This is backed by our 100% risk-free guarantee that states if for any reason you're not happy with Markets Pro, there'll be no questions asked and you'll get 100% of your money back. Plus, we'll let you keep your copy of the Markets Pro long-term buy and hold model portfolio, a legitimate $4,999 value, just for giving Markets Pro a try. The reason we do this is because we're extremely confident in the platform's ability to deliver winning trades on a consistent basis. And then the final question is, how do I get started with Markets Pro? And the answer to that question, of course, is by going to marketsprovip.com. So the thing to understand is this. This offer will not last forever the way we have it. As a matter of fact, it's only going to be available for the next few days, okay? And you have to understand that new alerts will come and go. And if you don't jump in now, you could lose out on both. So don't let that happen. You know, go to the link, go to the next page once you go to that link, and pick the membership option that works best for you. And then be on the lookout for the next set of alerts, plus a stockpile of unannounced bonus material that you're going to enjoy. So join us now to start building your portfolio and generating income with confidence in any crypto market. For Cointelegraph Markets Pro, this is Russell DeCourt. I want to thank you all for your time today, and I look forward to seeing you on the inside. Now, what I want to do is I want to have Lisa come back over because she wants to share the results of the crypto competition. Thank you so much.
I was on mute having a full conversation and nobody could hear what I was saying. But I was just saying, thank you, Russell. Really appreciate what you shared. Also, the incredible offer at the discounted offer at that. You guys are doing amazing things, which is why we aligned ourselves with the Markets Pro team, platform, etc. And I am happy to announce the results of the crypto competition, which is that Discord was the most effective data set associated with guiding our trades. The trades that generated the most profit stemmed from the insights we gleaned from Discord. And guess what? We've got more great news because there were 64 people who identified Discord as being the most effective strategy. Those 64 individuals are the winners of the Crypto Tutors Picture Dictionary. And you will also receive a up-to-date guide of the top performing cryptocurrencies for 2023. Compliments of the Markets Pro team. So kudos to all you winners. I'm excited to get you these amazing tools, resources, etc. And we're going to be wrapping it up shortly. You can see that I have a Crypto for the Culture background in November, which coincides with Crypto Literacy Month. The Crypto Tutors powered conference. It's the largest diversity conference in Web3. We have amazing leaders, diverse leaders across the entire Web3 ecosystem. We've had leaders from A16Z, the president of Web3 at that, Fidelity, the London Stock Exchange, Visa, etc. But mark your calendars. We will have a free conference, virtual. Everyone is invited to attend and see who's leading the industry. What are the products? What are the use cases? How can we harness this technology to live better lives overall and, generate alpha? Who doesn't want that? So mark your calendars and keep up with us. We want to make sure that you continue to follow our journeys. This crypto competition is one stop along the journey for Crypto Tutors. We're going to continue to bring you trustworthy, reliable, educational content, connect you with amazing people that are doing amazing things, trailblazers. And we want to make sure that we continue to hear from you. So keep all the feedback coming We appreciate you. I've got Nina, our CEO. I've got Russell, our partner in Dime, because you know it's about the coins. But yeah, I think that concludes this presentation. Oh, and Max, of course, we couldn't forget about you.
Yeah.
Community manager extraordinaire. You know, the Discord, you had it lit.
Oh, I know. I'm very happy about winning here. I should buy myself a prize, actually.
You should.
I'll bring champagne. I'll put it on your card, Russell. I think that'll be fine for us, right?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
At least you could do, right?
Least I could do. Exactly.
Oh.
Oh, Nina, you're on mute.
Thank you everyone for attending and supporting us, following our journey. This was a docu-series. When we first got this $2,000, you know, we felt confident, but we didn't know what the results were going to be, and it turned out to be spectacular. So if you're interested in learning more about trading, check out Markets Pro at marketsprovip.com, and hopefully we'll see you in the private Discord of Markets Pro, and continue to follow us, follow our journey, DM us. We're always happy to answer any questions, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Take care.